that this is more than just about money. It's about the difference between the physical and the non-physical, and what leads. And so, from the physical perspective is very limited. There's only so much of it, and the world began from a physical.
There's your belief. If there's only so much of it,
that's the belief.
Somebody's got to go without.
Exactly. That's the belief that is inherent in the physical leading.
Yeah.
And the evolutionary process moves from the physical leading to the non-physical leading, which is infinite. And
now,
so
see, I think it's the other way around. I do. I think you create it in the non-physical. You create it. Well, let me just use acting as a metaphor. Okay? I create a character and the characteristics of the character and the soul of the character before I ever step on that set. I know her. She lives in me. She breathes in me. She thinks in me before I ever actually go to the action of being that character. And I think that is how we consciously create our life, that I'm going to choose to know and experience the joy of money and live in it and absolutely become in harmony with it, and then the money and the experience shows up in my life.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying what you just described is the non-physical leading. It is the creation is non-physical, and the physical follows.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
But the way the world, the human evolutionary process, when it goes, is it starts with the physical leading, with not recognizing that what needs to lead and what really leads is the non-physical. And as the world evolves, people are understanding that because it is the non-physical that is leading, there are no limits.
Yes, but you have to direct the non-physical.
Of course.
Otherwise, if you don't create your life, you become the created upon. So you have to, back to the theme of the show, we have to consciously create, and we do that by directing our energy.
That's the whole point about the non-physical, is that I am totally responsible for what I create, because the non-physical is so powerful. That's what leads. So it is definitely an issue of personal responsibility.
Well, the non-physical is powerful if you make it powerful.
Right.
If not, energy just kind of hangs around, and it'll become anything you want to direct it to be. So if God is energy and energy is God, then if you're calling it God, if you're calling energy God, then God needs to be directed through you as you.
I'd say it's always powerful. The question is how you're using it. And many people are using it all the time, but they're not using it to their benefit to a large degree.
Right. They're focused on what they don't want, or what they're in fear of. Yeah.
And we're right back to choice.